things got real bad.
Two statements from two friends who are from Gaza and who are living in the UK, and they have written this after the vote, the last vote in the parliament. So Mulka, she is a lecturer in one of the UK universities, say that, and this is true actually because I hear this from my friends in Gaza. I know in Gaza, I know everyone I know in Gaza is asking about any possibility for a ceasefire. And here I am unsure how to put words in sentences. Words are failing me. I am unsure how to tell my beloved ones in Gaza that the UK Parliament voted against ceasefire. And Ahmed also is another Palestinian from Gaza. Ahmed lost actually 21 members of his family, actually all his family. He said, today, which means the day of the vote in the parliament, today I went to the British Parliament to speak to the MPs about how Israel killed my family, including 14 children. I begged them to vote for a ceasefire to end the suffering of my people, and then they voted no.
And now we have today the Israelis demanding that they leave Al-Shifa when they have found no evidence of their justification for going in there. It is not the HQ that they claimed that it was. You know, they found a couple of weapons. Even the BBC have turned around and said you're talking nonsense. If they've even lost the support of the BBC, then they know that they're losing the information war. But going back, seeing these babies dying, seeing these babies wrapped up in aluminium foil, because that's the only way that they can keep those children warm, keep them alive, it's sickening. You know, my son was a preemie baby. He was born 5 weeks old. He was lucky he was big enough to not go into an incubator. But I remember how small, how vulnerable, how just defenseless he was. And it just brings up all those emotions of seeing this little person that you've created, and in knowing that they know that and are still bombing, still sending soldiers in, still not providing arms, just allowing these babies and children and mothers, women, men, everyone, they know the consequences of their actions and they're still going. And I can't hide my emotions anymore.
When did humanity die? Was it when we stopped providing food, water, energy to Gaza? War crime? Was it Wednesday when our government said it was okay to bomb innocent civilians, kill children, kill, murder? You know, was it when we decided to bomb hospitals and use excuses to go in there and kill all the babies? It's our voice that is opening the world's eyes. We have seen some of the biggest demonstrations ever. Millions have come out on the streets. In fact, enough for people to say, make rules to say, these are hate marches, we want these banned. But by Allah, they will not be banned. So, I will leave you with this. Please, do not go quiet on this subject. Please, carry on supporting Palestine and do support us. Free, free! Palestine! Free, free! Palestine!
You're all powerful because you believe in a real humanitarian cause, a real issue, and you're willing to stand up for it. And you need to retain that level of strength. You need to retain that level of solidarity. Next year, Rishi Sunak will pass the baton to Keir Starmer. The baton to beat Palestinians with. Shame on them! Shame on them! That we need a ceasefire. A ceasefire is imperative. Imagine you're a Palestinian baby, you've been born into this world. Think about what that child needs, think about their safety. They need a ceasefire. They need a ceasefire for life, for basic humanitarian decency. That's what we should be calling on. That's the pressure that we need to put on our local councillors, on our MPs. because if we put enough pressure on them, we will see change. It might not seem possible now, but it is possible. It's been proven throughout history. The power is for the many of you that are here today.
Let us not forget what's going on in the West Bank and the forces of IDF and also the settlers is underreported, but to date, over 250 settlers and the IDF forces have killed, murdered people in the West Bank. This humanitarian catastrophe and genocide is happening right in front of our eyes. Men, women, children dying daily. We see that, and does it impact us? Of course it does. But also what is happening today, and I am sure you see that, is starvation. Can you believe in the 21st century people of Gaza are starving? Starving! No food, no water, no nothing. And going for 10 hours or 5 hours, whatever it takes to get a glass of water. We take that for granted. Go to our tap and do whatever we want. So just if you take away nothing, this is at least take that. And this is one of the fundamental reasons that we have to support whatever, the politicians say. Humanity comes first, and as human beings, we can resonate with that. It was an interfaith week for those of you who and we've been trying this week to actually bridge those bridges. And I was last night in the Chatham Synagogue Memorial, and I tell you, there were people both in the congregation and also those online, both in UK, in America, as far as Australia and also in Israel, and there was a prayer for peace. So there are people of peace in the world. We just have to share, we just have to have a better understanding.
The difference I feel that you could do is to talk to others that don't know about the situation. You as Muslims know how bad it's been, how long it's been going on, but your fellow companions that you work with, your neighbours, your other friends, they don't know these things. They don't know that this has been going on for 75 years. They feel that it started last month. But educate them, research yourself, find out what is it that's been happening yourself, then give them this material, show them, tell them, then let them do something about it as yourself. Tweet your MP directly, send them a message directly, send them a letter to say, look, I am appalled. I elected you last time you were here. Now I am appalled at what's happening. Do something about it.
People are actually beginning to think that the BBC does not always tell the truth. I have not watched BBC because I cannot watch it anymore, because I know they are telling lies. And they have to wake up, they've got to get a heart, they've got to become alive. Not asking too much for people to become alive and to see that children are hurting, parents are hurting, humans are hurting, never again. That's what they said, First World War, Second World War. My own mother's brother was a doctor with the British Indian Army in Libya, in Egypt. It was our armistice too. It was not just the Europeans who fought in World War I and World War II. There were Sikhs, there were Muslims, they were called Indian regiments. They were not Muslim Indian regiments or Hindu Indian regiments. They were Indian regiments. We fought, it was Armistice Day for us too. We lost people as well.
And the question is, why is Israel bombing hospitals? Why is it bombing schools? Why is it bombing residential blocks? And it's not because they're looking for control centres. And if you listen to some of the Israeli government ministers, they're very clear about it. The intention is to make Gaza unlivable. They know they want to, they talk about the second Nakba. What they mean is, they want to finish the job. They mean what they want, and they've said they wanted to expel all the Palestinians in Gaza into the Sinai desert. And that is their plan. And this is just a few extremists in the Israeli government. Back in 2016, there was a poll in Israel and it showed that 48% of Israelis, and this is 2016, were in favour of expelling Palestinians. Now, it's almost certainly worse than that now. So it is not just a question of you extremists, this is what the plan is.
6, 7, 8. Israel is a terrorist state. 1, 2, 3, 4. Occupation no more. 5, 6, 7, 8. Israel is a terrorist state. 3, 3. Palestine. 3, 3. Palestine. 3, 3. Palestine. 3, 3. Palestine. What do we want? Ceasefire. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Ceasefire. When do we want it? Now. 3, 3. Palestine. 3, 3. Palestine. 3, 3. Palestine. 3, 3.